Hello and welcome to the Source on Halloween.
We have a very spooky show for you guys today.
Yes, we do. So keep watching or we'll eat your brains out.
Coming up on tonight's show, we have Natalie getting her Halloween makeup done. Doesn't she look lovely? Then Jack goes down to my home at Wookey Hole. And then we are making some cocktails for Noche Negras. Blood. And then we listen to an interview with Peter D. Rose.
Nat. All this zombie turned my brain to mush. What's next?
I don't know, Jack. Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
Only joking, guys, it's just me, Jack. And I thought, what better place to be on Halloween than the biggest tourist attraction in the West Country, Wookey Hole. They've got loads of stuff going on there, amazing caves, a Dracula ride, and the Wicked Witch. So let's go and see if we can find her.
Welcome to my grotto. Come and find me at Wookey Hole, the home of Halloween.
I'm here with Gail Pennington, the duty manager. So, Gail, obviously there's a lot of history in this place and now it's a tourist attraction.
It
so,
is.
How did it become a tourist attraction?
Well, Wookey Hole, the site has been inhabited for over 50,000 years.
It's a very long time.
It's a long, long time. And the remains of this great creature, the woolly mammoth, were found here thousands of years ago, hence why we are now in our wonderful dinosaur valley.
We are, and there's also a story of a witch, I've heard.
Have you heard about the witch?
Witch. I have. I haven't bumped into her yet.
You haven't?
No.
You've had a lucky
I've been
escape
hiding.
so far. You know, the legend of the witch, the story goes that there was an old lady that lived in the caves many, many years ago, and she did a lot of ill on the village, apparently. She caused famine, all sorts of, bad crops, that kind of thing. And then one day, Father Bernard from Glastonbury Abbey, he was called upon to come and kind of chase her out of the caves, and he threw holy water on her in chamber 1, and she turned to stone.
And is she in there now?
She is.
Oh, that's a bit scary. I might have to go and have a look.
You ought to.
And what else is in the caves? The caves obviously are a very big attraction here.
They're
so what
beautiful.
Can be found?
We've got stalactites and stalagmites, and if you go on a tour later, Jack, you'll find out which go up and which go down. That's the question you need to find the answer to.
Yeah, I'll find an answer for that later.
And then when you come out of the guided tour of the caves, you come into our wonderful valley where we've got our fairy garden and the dinosaur valley. And we've also got our brand new 8D cinema. And then you go into the paper mill where we have our paper making demonstrations with our guides. And we have our Victorian Penny Arcade, our Wizard's Play Castle, the Mirror Maze, and not forgetting our amazing circus show.
Yes, your circus show. Loads going on. So tell us a bit about the circus show. Why is there a circus?
Okay, there's a circus here because Jerry Cottle, who owns Wookey Hole Caves, he set up a circus school when he arrived here just over 10 years ago now. So we have an on-site circus school where local children from surrounding villages, they train and perform here weekends and during the school holidays.
So that sounds like a lot of fun, but tonight is Halloween.
It is,
So what have you got going on?
Well,
Obviously the witch might be
The witch
around.
will be here, and I'll be very surprised if you don't bump into her, I must say. But tonight we have our massive Halloween party happening in Captain Jack's restaurant.
Sounds like fun.
It is big fun. It's an annual event, and you can buy into the party, you can buy into the hotel experience as well, because we have a 58-bedroom hotel here as well.
Yeah, and I've seen that on the way in. Well, nothing, I'm going to go and have a look at the caves now, see if I can see the witch, maybe the mammoth, and find out which goes up and down. So
good luck.
If it's okay, I'm just going to get into my inner caveman and just magically transform. So right now I'm in the heart of the Wookey Hole cave. I haven't bumped into the witch yet, but behind me is where the first ever cave dive was in 1935. It's a very spooky place, very atmospheric in here. So I'm gonna have a wander around and see what else I can find. So what is it we've got behind us here?
In the tunnels ahead, we've actually got some cheddar cheese, they're actually maturing in the caves. Bit of a local tradition, this.
Okay.
Just down the road, you've got cheddar caves, and on and off for the last 100, 150 years, they've been maturing cheese like this down the road at Cheddar. But about 5 years ago, they revived the tradition here, and they keep the cheese here for 18 months. Largely because the temperature underground is constant, about 12 degrees C.
Okay, amazing. Well, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
It's very pungent.
It is. It's
Stinks, I'm not gonna lie. It stinks. It's actually very hard to describe on camera how beautiful this place actually is. It's really amazing, to be honest. I don't know how well you can see it, but hopefully you're seeing it as well as I am. Well, I've had an incredible day down here at Wookey Hole. So many amazing things going on. Obviously, the cave's very scary, but as you've seen, there's plenty to do. So come down. I think I've done all right because I made it away from the witch without finding me. I think I must be too good.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh God, no! No!
Seeing as it's Halloween, Jack went down to Noche Negra.
Yeah.
It's Halloween, but in some parts of the world it's known as the Dia de Muertos, the Day of the Dead, and I'm here at Noche Negra with Danny. Hi, Danny.
Hi.
So there's something happening here tonight, isn't there?
Yes, tonight we are having our Day of the Dead themed party. So we're doing essentially a tequila-based cocktail party with some creepy snacks, some tequila cocktails, and some Mexican-themed fancy dress.
Amazing. So that's happening now. So we're going to make a cocktail while I talk to Danny about the event here and about the venue in general. So first of all, tell us what kind of cocktail you're making.
Cool. So we're going to make a bit of a kind of slightly freakish Halloween piece, which is something that I've wanted to do for a while, and not a lot of people are going to get away with. So we're starting with some Tapatio Reposado tequila.
Okay.
We're going to hit that with some chocolate. So a creme de cacao. So we've got
Sounds good so far. Tequila and chocolate.
And it's kind of ticking those boxes. We're going to hit that with a little bit of smoked house bitters. So we smoke those ourselves. Got kind of almost a smoky bacon kind of note to it.
Okay.
So that's going to enrich it.
Not so sure about that now, the chocolate.
It's getting there. And then we're going to hit it with some Cocky Vermouth de Torino. So this is again going to just give it a little bit of a herbaceous note. And then to make it Halloweeny, we've got some fresh pig's blood.
Okay, nice. Fresh pig's blood. So is
pig's blood.
that a regular ingredient for you?
It is not a regular ingredient for me. In Spain, they do make a pig's blood and chocolate dessert, like a pudding. So we're going to hit that with 5 mils of fresh pig's blood.
Okay, so not a lot.
Not a lot, just a little bit. The pig's blood essentially is just really earthy, but it brings a really big iron kind of note towards the end.
I'm sure it does.
So it is quite an unusual flavour.
Yeah.
But that with the chocolate and the tequila.
Yeah. I mean, some people might be going, oh, pig's blood. But actually, you know, if you're partial to a bit of black pudding, then you've probably had pig's blood many times.
Yes, but not a lot of people spend a lot of time drinking raw pig's blood. I believe it's quite vampiric.
Oh, really?
So we're
quite a la mode amongst the
amongst the blood we figured we'd do it just as a feature piece with it being Day of the Dead. We'd do something kind of out there.
So you're serving this tonight
and
here
we're serving
at Noche
this tonight
Negra.
at Noche Negra.
Okay.
The pig's blood cocktail.
Are you going to taste it?
I certainly will.
Okay. What do you reckon?
It's delicious.
Is it? Okay, let's
You know
have a
you're
little.
tempted.
I'll have a little taste. Cheers! Happy Halloween. It's good. No, actually, I like the smoky taste that's coming from that too.
Yeah, it does. It's that kind of
Smoky bacon. Brilliant. Well, that's good. So just tell me about the venue here, because obviously we're above Pata Negra, aren't we, on Corn Street?
We are. So yeah, Pata Negra downstairs is our tapas restaurant.
Yeah.
And then up the stairs through the secret back entrance is Noche Negra, which is our sort of live music party venue. So we have DJs here on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, so the occasional live band.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous venue, really lovely.
And lots of cocktails.
Yeah, and so people come down tonight. It's fancy dress.
It is fancy dress. There is a free shot of tequila to anyone that rocks up in fancy dress.
Okay.
There is a bottle of tequila for the best fancy dress.
All right.
And the chefs downstairs are preparing some particularly creepy snacks with bloody nachos and all sorts of other wonderful weird things.
That sounds kind of foul. Yeah.
But that'll be more fake blood
Oh,
than real
good.
blood.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're going for that.
Yeah.
All right, so brilliant. So come down here. Now, if people want to find out more, if they can't get down here tonight, have you guys got a website or something?
We
or?
do have a website,
Yeah.
Pata Negra Bristol.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Googleable, as most things in life are.
Great. So after the sauce, you can get on your most ugly glad rags and come down here and try one of Danny's rather fantastic. What is it called?
Do you know, we haven't got that far yet.
Oh my God, tweet us. Tell us what it should be called. If they haven't named it on the night, at Maynard Bristol TV, hashtag the sauce, name the cocktail. Do you think they could get a free one if they come up with a good name for it?
We will name it after whichever tweet is the best, and
All
then
right.
we'll get a free one.
Well, I think I'll be down here later myself. Thank you very much, Danny.
No problem at all.
Have a good Day of the Dead and a good evening of the Dead too.
Cool, thanks very much.
Thanks.
That's it for part 1 of the sauce on Halloween.
Join us after the break, where I speak to Peter D. Rose, and we show you how to be a zombie.
Uh,